Donkey Kong 2 was past the multiplayer. Yeah, that's what I thought, so I don't think it actually counted. Cool. Alright, we're on to Act 2, and we have, I think, how many Chaos Emeralds? I can't really tell. I thought it would pop up if I looked at the status screen. Joke's on me, there is no status screen. Anyway, God, what was I gonna say? I think I looked it up at some point. There's an absurd number of giant rings in this game, and I do not need to worry about not getting the Chaos Emeralds. This game is primarily a fan service experience, rather than like something to be super difficult, I think. Well, I guess what I should say is that if the game doesn't give you very, very generous amounts of room with which to experience your fan service, because, I mean, obviously this is aiming towards older nostalgia-ear grandpa video gamers like myself, and, you know, the idea would be, like, we'll just make it a list of all the same things that people remember from Sonic and remember liking about Sonic, but if they were to actually make it, like, difficult, and make it so you couldn't, say, get the big rings, it would be the worst nostalgia experience of your life. Okay, that's kind of neat. The little, like, twisty things. I remember that mechanic. It was not in a zone like this. It was in, like, a mushroomy, what the hell am I saying? Not mushroom kingdom zone? No, it was in, like, a weird, like, oily, like, chemical plant zone or something. I am getting a little bit distracted by the background because I was trying to figure out what I'm looking at back there. It looks like this is, like a giant stage or something? I don't know. Fan service. Yes, I guess fan service tends to have a connotation of being a little bit on the, how do you say, bonerific side. And, you know, I may be a gigantic furry, perhaps one of the largest furries on the face of this planet, but what? Come on. Let me do things. Let me do things, game. I want to unlock your secrets over here. What the hell? Oh, I see how this works. It bounces you the same height that you get bounced from? Alright, so this is lock-on. Oh. Lock-on is another one of those old Sega, like, advertisement things, if I remember correctly. So... yeah, I thought it was gonna say, like, block core or something, and I couldn't figure out, like, why it was. Well, that shield lasted a long time. I couldn't figure out what the hell it was trying to tell me there. Uh-oh. Did I screw this up? No, this is fine. Yeah, I know I had some stuff to say, but I don't remember exactly where my thoughts were going. Oh, yeah, the background of that stage is really cool looking. In general, this is, like, a really, really pretty game. I know that, like, what we're looking at right here, I can't tell if this is actually just, like, completely original pixel art, or... Uh-oh, I screwed it up! God damn it! I keep doing that! Aha! So what happens to me almost invariably is I'm trying to turn to go, like a 180, but you can't do that. You can only turn 90 degrees at a time, and you have to make a move when you do that. So what keeps happening to me is I keep attempting to turn around, and then I don't do what I, like, want to be doing, because I'm... Yeah. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, it's just a little bit frustrating. Ultimately, I think that just unlocks, like art by the producers, or like it unlocks like concept art that I can look at. Well, here we go again. Oh yes, fan service. Yes, I am a humongous furry. That's actually not true, but Keith, or Sebastian SB of YouTube fame, or YouTube maybe not fame, existence. He gives me crap because a lot of my friends when I was growing up have turned out to be enormous furries, and I don't really know how that happened, but like I guess I just kind of, I don't know. I met one person who was a furry, and that person had friends who were also furries, and then I hung out with my friends' friends, and then they became furries. Now, they're not like the fursuit wearing, like that sort of furry, but they do draw a lot of furry art, and they were also really good at art. So I wanted to be very good at art, so I would like learn how to draw from my friends who were really, really good at art, who also drew a lot of furry art. So I guess what I'm really getting at into all of this is that I have a ton of furry art sitting in a stack in my closet that will never, ever, ever, ever see the light of day. That stuff dies with me. That is my secret little stash of, like, cringe that I think that if that were to actually leak out into the world, people would, I mean, I think honestly at that point, like, I have to go to jail. I think that there's, like, certain limits that, like, if you make people cringe that hard, it's a crime against humanity. So we're not gonna do that because I don't want to go to jail. And unfortunately, I'm sure this disappoints people who are probably screaming right now. Bird, show us your furry art. I'm sure there's a lot of people that just are dying to see bird furry art. It ain't happening. We all just need to move on. It ain't happening unless I get paid. If y'all want to pay to see it, then we'll talk. But if you don't, then it ain't happening. You can fly with Tails by holding up and jump into Tails' hands. Holding up? Really? That's all it takes? If I jump... I'm holding up, I jump... Oh, what do you know? Okay. Well, that can be only really used to help with getting over slightly larger gaps and stuff. It won't actually do a whole lot of game-breaking nonsense, unfortunately. Okay, let's do yet another sphere world here. You'd expect a person named Bird to be a furry, wouldn't you? You know, you're not wrong, but also... Well, that's fine. But also you can go to hell. Just kidding. I don't care too much. I think it's hilarious that people, like, give me shit for, hanging out with furries or whatever. Man, you try hanging out with people that you've known for, like... I've known these, like, some of these people for, like, 25, not 25, but, like, 20 years. Like, I don't care who you are at that point. Like, if you have a few people you can make that claim about in your life, aside from your family, and they're a bunch of dumbasses, so why would you say that? Just kidding. Alright. Let's get to kicking ass here. You can fully fly with Tails that way. Really? It actually is a broken mechanic. Well, what do you know? Alright, I guess we're not going to that bonus stage. Because I could fly up here, but I'm afraid Tails has currently got a case of the massive amounts of stupidity. So we're not gonna have that opportunity, unfortunately. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm in theory attempting to find big rings, but meh. It ain't happening. Oh god, what's happening to me? My lungs are dead. Hang on, we're fine. Anything over here? Come on. Oh, you spam the jump button to fly with Tails. That's right, I'd forgotten about that. That's how it's done. Cool. So it's inevitable. So much you can't have a D&D campaign without Beast Folk variant. There is a D&D campaign that I'm playing right now where literally all 3 of the characters are furries and none of the players are furries, which is really, really funny. Like, I've had people come into my streams and then they say, is this a furry campaign? And I have to actually be like, no? Like, it gives me pause. I'm not entirely sure. Also, there's probably a pun about giving me pause right there. But, I don't know how to classify it. I guess, in some respects, yes, I don't know. One thing to be said about these spherical worlds is that they're still rather awful looking. This ground is nothing short of garish to look at. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, man. Yeah, so I was building up to a point earlier where I was talking about the sprite art here. You know, I can't tell if this is like a 3D model that they then... It must be the case that they did the thing where they made a 3D model and then did the pixel art, like, tracing on top of it. If there's one thing that I find really, really fascinating, it's how people create pixel art. Because that has been a very interesting field of art that has evolved quite a bit over the years. So, like, there's this one game that very recently released their, like, a couple of just the work in progresses of how they made all the pixel art for their video game. And what they did was, like, kind of nuts. So they would actually, like, sketch out the characters using traditional methods, and then they had to do, like, 6 or 7 passes each, where they first, like, blocked out an entire animation of this character doing, like, an attack animation, and then they would do the, then they would do detail work. Hang on, this is getting really, really fast. Okay, we probably got this. Nailed it. What was I saying? Yeah, so they would block out like all the main figures of the character doing an attack animation, for example, and then they would do like a wireframe of the actual limbs in pixel art still, just having them move around. And then they did well, this is a boss, so I didn't find the big ring on this stage. That's a damn shame. So what the hell is this? Oh, no, that's gonna hurt me. Oh, wow, I thought that the umbrella would save me. Wow, that's funny. Okay, so I need to just hit Dr. Robotnik. I hate when he flies just high enough like that. It's fine. What the hell? Oh, weak. So when there's an air gusty up like that, my objective is to stay beneath him and hit him. Shit. Wow. Oh, no. There's things I can grab onto on the side of the on the level. Well, we'll never find out what the fire effect is because I just kicked that boss's ass. Cool. But yeah, like, you want to know what I used to make pixel art back when I made pixel art? MS Paint. So the fact that people actually, like, poured that much artistic effort into it, I find to be very, very compelling. I did eventually use some of the more fancy stuff, like, you can do, like, bones and stuff in your pixel art to help with animation. This is pretty badass. This is a very, very classic Sonic level. Oh my god, this is awesome. This level really captured my imagination as a kid in ways that I cannot really describe. Like, I don't know how to put it, but I would when I wasn't playing Sonic, I would like think about Sonic, and I would envision playing Sonic levels of like my own design that were this is crappy. This is horrible. Anyway, I would like envision Sonic levels of like my own designs, and I would play them in my head and like maybe make like little sketches of them and stuff like that. And this level in particular really captured my imagination with the just the aesthetic of it, and the fact that you could do some really cool stuff later on where you can go like both inside and outside of the level. And we'll get to that maybe not even in this act, but like towards the end of it. This level is also really, really, really weird and kind of terribly designed because you get stuck in a lot of places, and I just am now remembering it. Yep, this is what I thought was like the coolest thing ever, where you could do this. Go inside and outside and it would hide it. That was kind of badass when I was a little kid. Anyway, yeah, this level's kind of poorly designed because you get stuck on this crap. These sections where you have to like grab onto a handle and it drops down, and you can't tell you can't like tell which handle it's gonna be. So you just learn to like go toward. It's always the last one, but like that's a really dumb design. Oh well, at least they preserved it. That's the important thing. If you're going for nostalgia, keep the parts that suck too. Nah, here's something weird. Kind of, maybe. I don't know, maybe somebody gets this. Maybe somebody out there will understand where I'm coming from here. This level, in particular, made me think of... Oh wow, this doesn't actually do anything. This level in particular made me think of Star Wars. Because there's that section of Star Wars after they get kicked out of the Cloud City. And they... Uh-oh. I may have screwed myself already. No, wait. It'll be fine. Uh-oh. This might be unrecoverable. We're gonna find out. We're fine. Fuck. Well then! I just got nipped right in the bum there. Alrighty. Well, we'll play more of this next time, so thanks for watching.